Welcome everybody to an Age of Empires forecasted game. We got in the color green, playing as the Abbasid Dynasty. It's Elyona. And in the other side of the map, playing as the Chushi's Legacy in the color orange, is Ourk. Welcome everybody, how are you doing? Got ourselves an Imperial official that is not doing anything and a guy just staring at it. There you go. There you go. Imperial official, get back to work. Get back to work. Always these officials, they pretend they work, but they don't. Right? Okay, so we got an interesting match today. It's the Abbasid Dynasty against the Chushi's Legacy. And we got an old school dynasty here. So we're pretty familiar with it. Abbasid Dynasty is a civilization that is probably one of the best in the late game. It's probably one of the best. They have a lot of bonuses, a lot of economic bonuses, and they have the best spears in the game. So it will be very interesting to see how the Abbasid plays this time against the Chushi's Legacy that can be a little bit aggressive, or can also, well, not a little bit aggressive. They have many ways to play. They can be very aggressive in Feudal Age. That's one option. They can also be aggressive in... they can go fast castle, like really fast castle. And with very good timings. And then get all their relics with the Shaolin monks. That's another option. That's very popular. And the other option, it's just to boom themselves, right? They can boom. They can go to this nice Song Dynasty. They can set up their farms, get a nice eco, and once they are ready, and they will be ready pretty fast, then they can start attacking. So we will see which options the Chushi's Legacy will start having. Let's put the numbers here, just so you can see how many villagers on each resource. I forgot to put it at the beginning, I'm sorry about that. I will remember. Just when the game starts, we'll check how many villagers each player has, just so that you can just steal the game orders. That's a good way to learn this game. Is just check how many villagers in what minute and just take a notepad and write. And if you do the same, you will get the same result with the same timing, very similar timing. And you know, these players know what they do, so at the beginning it may be a little bit hard to know what to do. So the best way to practice is by copying. So we see military wing going for Elyona, probably securing this part of the map. Although I don't feel military wing may be too much of an issue here, just because I don't think the Chushi's Legacy is gonna attack really fast. I think this town center is pretty much secure. Now let's see where he puts his second town center. Probably around the deer pack. That's a good option. An option that is chosen by many. Now, Meditation Gardens. Ourk opt to go to very far from his base just to find a really nice spot. Has the gold, has the two wood lines, have berries. Very nice spot. Unfortunately, there is no stone for Ourk, which means this stone, like, stone is a very precious resource. Like, as soon as it runs out pretty fast. And it's really hard to get once you finish it, because you can get taxes, right? You can trade or whatever, but you don't get stone unless you're like the Mongols or the Abbasid Dynasty that can get any kind of resource. I'm not sure if they can get stone. I know they can get other resources. So once the stone is finished, basically the keeps that you have, those are the keeps that you will keep. And repair them, it's expensive, and if you lose one, there is most likely there won't be another keep in the game, because stone is a very precious resource. So talking about stone, Elyona are ready, going for a wheelbarrow and sending its units to see if he can harass his opponent. Unfortunately, he's very well protected. He's around the town center, so he won't be able to do much here. I mean, he can try to poke a little bit here and there, but this range is very inside the... these villagers are inside the range of the town center, like by a lot. So you see also Ourk up to go for one spearman just to protect himself. It looks like the spearman gonna go down if he doesn't retreat. And we see Chushi's legacy going for the aggressive route. Remember, we talk about 3 different routes: fast castle, booming, and the aggressive mass Chugunu strategy. Looks like it's gonna be the mass Chugunu. Elyona, almost there with the town center. Has enough. Looks like he's gonna be on the deer. That's right. Now we see the first of Jugunus being created. There are 2 already on the field. Remember, these guys attack 3 times. So if you get many, the compound effect works for you. Just because you have more than 1 archer. They attack many times, right? They have less attack, but they attack 3 times, so they have a lot of attack. That's the thing about this. Just how dangerous they can be in big numbers. Actually, does this meditation garden counts the borders? It's like where we have 64 wood, 26 wood, 30 gold. Sorry, 64 foot. I thought I said 64 wood. Oh, there you go. That's enough of an army to scare his opponent, and indeed he did the right thing. He decided to go back with his army. You don't want to lose your army. They're very precious units. Now we see a lot of wood coming from Elyona, meaning he will start pumping some units. Already have 2 archery range. Looks like he's gonna go for the archer route, whereas Ourk is gonna go for the mass Chugunu route here. He's gonna see where he can attack. Probably this town center is a little bit exposed, unfortunately, and you know the town centers now are much weaker. They have only 7 people can get inside, which means they have less attack. They also have less attack range, so they're a little bit weaker than before, and this position is quite dangerous for Elyona, just because it's so far from his base. So this town center, it's at the risk right now. You see more archers coming from Elyona. Survival techniques are already there. +1 range attack for Ourk. Should be researching siege engineering pretty soon. Already see 5 villagers on gold for Ourk, so meaning siege engineering might come soon here. And we see the army going to the most vulnerable spot here. Does Elyona knows about the town center? Looks like he doesn't know about it yet, unless there is a bug on the observer mode. I don't know if he has scouted this. If he doesn't, he's gonna miss out. And there you go. Now we have the first move. We may have the first signs of action into this game. Where you see the mining camp, checks the stone. This, okay. You got some stone. Where is your town center? And by this time, he already saw it. There you go. That's the town center. Now Elyona in a little bit of a trouble here. Now that's a lot of archers. It should be able to deal with this, but the army value for Ourk, it's significantly higher. These Chugunus are better, but are also more expensive because they also cost gold. So you gotta be careful here. Looks like Ourk is gonna go for the other side of the map. +1 range armor for Elyona. Definitely you want to get those before engaging a massive Chugunu army. It's like the army is not gonna be in the right place at the right time. And try to get down this blacksmith. Unfortunately, I don't think that's gonna happen. And we see the archers are already going to engage here, but they don't have +1 range armor yet. Elyona doesn't have +1 range attack either, so he's in a little bit of a tough spot. Do we see horseman here? No horseman yet for Elyona. Looks like he will be able to clean up the Juggernaut mass. I think target firing. That's a problem with not having +1 range attack. And the more archers coming from Elyona, the problem is there is another mass coming into the north. And all Elyona's army is here. He managed to deal with this one, but you still have another mass of Jugnus that will take care of your town center here. Now this town center may go down. Actually, not much spearman here. There's not much damage done to the town center, fortunately for Elyona. +1 range attack coming from Elyona now, and now things start changing. Town center halfway there. Like more archers coming for Elyona here. Looks like he needs to take down the spearman first, so that the town center stays alive. His town center starts burning. Like there are not enough units for Ourk to finish this off. Well, only one spearman left, and with that, looks like the town center will still stay alive for the moment. Villagers going down. Already 11 villagers going down for Elyona. That's pretty bad, actually. That's pretty bad. It's a significant number of villagers that he has lost. And looks like this town center is gonna go down. And indeed, it does go down, and the villagers also go down with them. I find it very interesting because in Age of Empires 4, compared to 2, if you have units inside a building and the building collapses, the units die. And that's a pretty neat feature, I would say. It's more forgiving in Age of Empires 4 because the units that are inside, they just get outside of the building after it collapses. So, but now Ourk is gonna be very happy with the situation. Let's check his base. Already sitting on only 3 archery range. Well, only 2 actually, 3. And he's gonna age up with a Yangnam tower. Well, is this a... Yeah, this is a H2 landmark, so he's gonna go for this Song Dynasty here. Very well played by Ourk. No, Elyona. Nah, a little bit of a trouble here. With only 16 archers against a mass of 13 Jugnus that are here. Not a fair fight for sure. I feel he should have mixed a little bit of horsemen here to deal with those Jugnus, and there you go. The horsemen are coming. Maybe a bit too late, but they are coming. Now Elyona needs to think, like, what's my advantage now? Like, I already lost the economic advantage. And farm transition starting for the Treaty's Legacy. You know, they get cheap farms. So if you check here, 45 for a farm, and also a granary costs 90. So it's much cheaper. So he's already behind in the economic. Now where do you go from here? You could try to go castle and get the relics. That will give you an advantage, but I'm not sure if that's gonna be enough of an advantage. And Ourk's army is still getting bigger and bigger. Meanwhile, he's transitioning into farms. That doesn't matter. His army is still getting bigger. Now, horseman raid coming from this area of the map. Very good move coming from Elyona. His army nowhere near to be found. So it's gonna get a villager. I mean, we take those at this situation. You need the most amount of economic advantage you can get. So let's check. Let's change to income per minute. And we see an engagement here. Archers gonna focus on the spearman, and unfortunately horsemen won't be able to do much here. Gonna charge and then come back. Looks like this battle is gonna be lost by Elyona. Ourk Gonna be able to clean this up. That's a huge mass of Chuganus. Now the horseman. We're gonna do quite a big damage. The problem is the spearman here. Not much spearman numbers already, only 2 left. And looks like the horseman will be able to get some damage here for the Chuganus. Let's check the numbers. 22 archers going for Elyona. Horseman. Only 4 of them, 2 on the field right now. And looks like Elyona will have to push back. Managed to get 2 villager kills. He's still ahead when it comes to villager counts. The problem is his food economy is gonna be quite different. And remember, you're talking about, you have the meditation gardens here. I see economic wing. Interesting decision. Economic wing, it may be the right choice to catch up against the economy of your opponent, just because they will be ahead in the food department with these granaries. His farm transition, it's maybe halfway there. So how many farms we have here? 21 farms, considerable amount of farms. So meanwhile, your opponent already have a farm transition, you still haven't. So at this point, he may try to get some relics, get another second town center, just to make sure he continue have the economic advantage. At this point, you want to play very methodic, with a lot of careful steps. We see more horsemen here raiding. It's like he won't be able to get anything, and the villagers won't care. Unfortunately, horsemen a little bit weak when it comes to raiding. I'm gonna counter the Chuganus here, and they're gonna take 1. Ourk trying to... Elyona trying to gain as much time as possible, focusing the army of Ourk inside his base. I mean, he's going for the farm transition. He's almost there. He's almost there. But at any moment, he can go with... This is a big army. You're talking about 78 military units. And when you see the economic... When he sees his opponent age up, he's gonna go for it. See, mixing a little bit of early palace guards. We see already veterancy coming for Elyona, also as composite bows at the same time. His opponent not so close to the base. He will be able to reach soon, but he needs to hold the fight. You cannot fight with this. When you get veterancy and composite bows, then that's where things can start changing. That's where things change. And you just need to hold this army. You're halfway there, only halfway there. Your opponent, it's unfortunately for him, he went to check the other side of the map. That gave him enough time to get his upgrades. He already saw the gold. He's gonna go for the base here. Unfortunately, this is not an army where you can just enter into the town center. And there you go. Veterancy, going for the archers and also composite bows. Mixing with some golems here. Looks like Elyona is gonna be able to defend himself. But no, he doesn't have much of a time yet. He must be suspecting, my opponent is not attacking me. I might as well. He might as well aging up, and indeed, it's gonna be the Shaolin Monastery. Let's check, where is his landmark? Somewhere around here. There you go, Shaolin Monastery. He's gonna be able to get those relics. Is there a monastery coming from Elyona? No, there is no monastery yet, so he's not gonna get... He's not interested in the relics. Now that he sees the A-shot, now things start getting a little bit scary, but because you have a big military disadvantage here. He's gonna get this Chuganu veterancy, which it's his biggest mass. And with the veteran Chuganus, it's gonna be harder, but remember, Elyona has composite bows, and also Crescent is coming. So this one is reduce the cost of economy buildings and houses by 25%. So he's gonna be he's gonna be able to catch up in the economic department. He's ahead in villager count. He's liking some food. There you go. First and come. There you go. Archers. Gonna be dealing with a lot of tribunals here. Look how fast these archers are. They're just extremely fast. Look how slow the tribunals are compared to these archers. Meanwhile, the tanking mass for Elyona is dying. The archers are gonna start taking damage here. It's gonna start pumping more and more archers, but the problem is the tribune mass is too big, and these palace guards are already in the field, so he's gonna have a tough time with those. See, veteran horsemen are already there, but no horseman yet on the field, only one. That's the problem here. And Gulams with not enough numbers. Elyona in a very tough position when it comes to military. Meanwhile, relics are being picked by Elyona. First relic going back home. No Shaolin monk yet. Actually, two Shaolin monks on the field. Two Shaolin monks on the field. He's gonna try to get the relic here, but looks like Elyona pick it up first. Nice decision here. He's playing it safe. Second monk is gonna get this one. Apparently, it looks like he's gonna encounter the army. Unfortunately, he's gonna lose the monk, and now Ourk will know where he wants to take the relic. Look at this Shaolin monk just. Oh my god, they are so strong. They're so strong. Even against so many villagers, the villagers cannot do nothing. One Shaolin monk caused a disaster there. See another monk for Elyona. Let's check. Already sitting 2 relics. No crossbow yet for Elyona, meaning palace guards from Ourk. They're gonna be doing fine. He's target firing. It's like at this point in the game, you can just A click because you have a lot of archers. You're gonna just continue to attack. Otherwise, you will overkill your opponent. Already sitting 2 relics. 1 relic for Ourk already at home. Let's see who's gonna contest this one. You wanna have the most economic advantage possible at this point. Just because you lost your second town center, at least you cannot lose the relic battle. A couple of palace guards will cause some trouble here, but we see the knights are ready here. This is the right response. Elyona don't have much spearmen, so if you have some knights there, it's gonna change a lot for him. Magonel also being built here. It's a good thing of the Abbasid dynasty. Meanwhile, the farms of Ourk already in place, sitting with 40 farms. Could have more. Starting to build more, but he's already with 1.8k food economy. That's a lot of food eco, enough for this moment, for this point in the game. But of course he can get noticed. We started seeing some far transition. I just noticed that we don't have any walls coming from Elyona all this time. This is a very hard map to wall. You see, Ourk noticing the Magonel, he's splitting his army. Nice Magonel shot. The problem is his army is splitted, and with the Magonel he will have to retreat. Elyona going back with those archers. Archers doing a really good job against the Tribunus. Looks like the Tribunus mass is getting lower and lower, and things are starting getting better after Magonel was being built by Elyona. Fertilization going on for Elyona to get the food eco pumping. He's still behind in the food economy. He's only 200. If he loses this army, he doesn't have enough food to sustain another army. He needs to go back. It looks like these palace guards are gonna focus on the Magonel. Looks like he won't be able to protect it. Palace guards are already here. Archers doing the best they can to protect, but the palace guards are very tanky against those archers, and looks like Elyona is gonna lose this mass, so he decides to retreat here. So far, 2 relics for each player, only 1 relic left. This could be easier for Elyona to get, but you don't ever know with the Shaolin monks. They don't care about dying. They are very tanky. You see a little bit of crossbows mixed into the Elyona composition. Meanwhile, palace guards still pumping. Now you need those walls here to protect your economy. This is a very risky spot, very risky. Take a screenshot of this. Oh my god. that's too late. Anyway, Elyona surrender. Ourk is the winner in this match. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give me a like and subscribe to watch more Age of Empires 4 content. I'll see you in the next one.